Nagpaloko kasi siya eh. Kaya galit na galit ha. Lumalabas po, nabilog yung ulo niya, pinatulan niya yung kasinungalingan. Kaya grabe yung pagkapiko ni Bato. Magkasabay pala mga kababayan yung investigasyon ng Kongreso saka ng Senado. Sa Congress, nagsasagawa ng investigasyon sa alleged gentleman's agreement po yung ating mga kongresista. Sa Senado, yung PDEA leaks mga kababayan na dahil lang sa butas, nagkabutas-butas yung investigasyon. Yang kabutas-butas mga kababayan yung investigasyon ni Senator Bato. Ngayon ding araw na to, continuation po. Ang sabi, last na to. Tingnan natin kung last na to. Nagsisimula pa lang, mga kababayan ngayon, Committee on Public Order, Dangerous Drugs, May 2020-2024. So mamaya, mga kababayan, iparating natin kung ano yung mga sinasabi naman po na mga kasinungalingan. Gusto mo pa rin, Mr. Maravillas, mapakinggan yung mga kasinungalingan ni Morales? Pakinggan lang natin. Ang intensyon natin, maipaabot sa inyo yung impormasyon at basagin po natin yung kasinungalingan para hindi umubra. Yun ang ating intensyon. At sa Congress naman po, ito yung live feed sa congressional hearing. Si Congressman Neftali Gonzales II, chairperson po, ini-establish niya kung talagang mayroon ba na gentleman's agreement o kung binding ba naman baga. If it is talaga binding, kasi wala man yatang pinirmahang papel, verbal, oral agreement lang po. Yan ang sabi kanina, mga kababayan. Ang problema, yung mga invited ng Congress, mga kababayan, na mga resource persons nila, yung mga previous officials, sina Executive Secretary Mijaldea, yung Defense Secretary si Lorenzana, yung National Security Advisor si Esperon yata yon, hindi man po nag-appear, absent. Kung ano-ano daw na mga excuses, may kanya-kanya pong may kanya-kanyang rason kung bakit hindi naka-attend sa congressional hearing. Ay nakalata yung si Congressman Conggon para niyang nagkasabay-sabayan niya na may lakad sila. Pero halata na umiiwas ito mga previous officials, mga dating opisyal ng previous administration. Halata ba? But before ko mga kababayan ibigay sa inyo yung mga detalye ng kwentong yan, click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video, and wag na rin po ninyo mga kababayan na skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng Bagong Pilipinas. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco bills, PLDT, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Jilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan po yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Yan po mga bagong clients naman po. Napakaganda, colorful ng aming gym po. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British sila po. Napanood nila sa sa YouTube. Na-set up na rin po yung aming mga bagong gym equipments. May treadmill na rin po kami. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po sa paninigas na mga kaso-kasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Ngayon, sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Ning siya red mixed fruit drink. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Ang goji berry, may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na Mr. Maravillas. So, balik tayo dito sa ating kwento. Yung mga in-invite po na hindi nag-attend, kasi may mga kung ano-anong rason. Alatang umiiwas po. Ang sabi, i-re-invite. Pag hindi pa rin po, i-contact naman yan ng mga congressmen. Tulad ni Pacquiao. Iparesto, mga kababayan. Iyan ang mga maisog po. Maisog na talawag. Ang naarap na po sa investigation, yung mga maisog, ayaw nang mag-attend. Nagsisipagtago po, mga kababayan. Ito po, statement po ni Secretary Anyo na hindi siya parte ng secret agreement.
If there is any such agreement, it is not and will never be binding upon the current administration. Even President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has already made his unequivocal stance on this series of alleged unsubstantiated or imaginary promises or a secret or non-binding agreement or deals. He is not aware of it. And if there was such done under a previous administration, the same has been rescinded, since the President himself already rescinded such. If any, it should already put this issue to rest. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
So, nilinaw po ng present administration through the National Security Council, chairman, si Secretary Anyo, na kung mayroon man anya na pinasok yung previous administration based sa stand ng ating Pangulong BBM, it's not binding. Anong pinasok nila? Yung administrasyon ni Maudigs, na yung mga official po, absent, hindi nag-attend. And very clear yung sinabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, any agreement po na pinasok ng previous administration is effectively rescinded. Imbalido na siya. So, patuloy natin mga kababayan ang sinasabi.
Continuing extraordinary support that Congress has been giving the Coast Guard to allow us fulfill the roles that you have given us. And number 3, I come here to assure the Filipino people that in accordance with the directive of the President, your Coast Guard shall remain calm, shall remain professional, shall remain resolute. We will be undeterred in pursuing our basic role to secure the country's territorial integrity and sovereignty, no matter what it takes. Second, along with my third manifestation, I'd like to assure everyone that the Coast Guard has no knowledge on whatever gentleman's agreement therein. And it won't matter.
Dininay po ng Coast Guard.
Because the Philippine Coast Guard will only follow the directive being issued to us by the President Bongbong Marcos Jr. Thank you, Your Honors.
Maraming salamat, Philippine Coast Guard, the person of Admiral Ronnie Gaban. We appreciate your presence. Of course, nagpapasalamat po kami sa inyong efforts and sacrifices ng men, women, and civilian personnel of the Philippine Coast Guard. Mabuhay kayo. Salamat po.
Si Admiral Garcia naman po ito.
As
ng Philippine Coast Guard. Yung dating Coast Guard Commandant.
I'd like to express my sincerest gratitude for inviting me here to shed light on
yung
the
kanina
issue
po,
pertaining to
yung kanina, yung present Coast Guard Commandant,
and of course the Xi Jinping of China. Again, as far as the Philippine Coast Guard is concerned, during my time, from 2016 to 2022, we have not heard of any gentleman's agreement between the two presidents. Otherwise, it could have been cascaded down to us as the forefront agency in our quest towards protecting our sovereignty and sovereign rights in the South China Sea and West Philippine Sea. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Salamat po, Admiral Garcia. We now call on the representative ng Department of Justice.
Yung kanina, mga kababayan, si yung nagsalita kanina, yung incumbent commandant, si Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill, La Torilla Gaban. So siya yung nagsalita, mga kababayan, kanina, para alam ninyo, ma-identify. So ituloy natin. From the DOJ naman ito.
Justice is not privy to this agreement, has not seen the contents of this agreement, does not know the contents of this agreement. And in any case, this agreement has been rescinded already by the President himself last August 9, 2023. And this agreement, if indeed it is illegal because you haven't seen its contents, does not in any way bind the Philippines, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So wala silang nakita, magkakababa agreement na sinasabi ni Harimau na may may pinasok kanyang secret agreement.
Madam Representative of
yan sabi ni
DOJ,
Harimau, pinasubo yung amo niya.
Is a gentleman's agreement between two presidents legal or illegal?
Mr. Chair, I took note
From
of
the DOJ.
What you said before on the definition of a gentleman's agreement, because a gentleman's agreement can exist in international law. No? It's an oral treaty. It's usually in the form of an oral treaty. An oral
tawag ng ganyan, oral treaty daw. So, ini-establish po kung sa kanila, on their legal opinion po, if it is binding.
law, but whether or not it is legal would depend on its contents, Mr. Chair. So that's why we need to know the actual contents of this agreement. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, can be allowed,
I fully
Anya.
agree with you na sa content ang kailangan natin malaman. So thank you, ma'am. We call on
May I have
Chairman.
a question? Under our constitution, even an oral treaty, it has to be
Si Gonzales pa,
ratified by the
Congressman.
Mr. Chair, it's also really, Mr. Co-Chair, it's also related to the contents of the treaty, Mr. Chair, because under domestic law, Mr. Chair, there are two kinds of treaties, executive agreements and the treaties proper. For executive agreements, there's no need for the concurrence of the Senate. Upon the other hand, if it's a treaty proper, then it would need to be submitted to the Senate for its concurrence to the ratification of the President. Now, so we need to know based on the contents of the agreement whether it can be the proper subject agreement or a proper subject of a treaty proper. So, Mr. Chair, on domestic jurisprudence, you have the case of
So mga
Commissioner
legal
of
ano po
Customs
siya,
versus
legal
Eastern
opinion.
Secretary discuss the difference between an executive agreement and a treaty, and it tells us there that if the contents of the agreement entered into with another state changes national policy, permanent in nature, that it needs to be in a treaty form, Mr. Chair, which means that if it changes an existing national policy, the Senate needs to be involved, Mr. Chair. So it's all related to the contents of the actual agreement, Mr. Chair.
The West Philippine Sea is part of the arbitral ruling.
The West Philippine Sea, Mr. Chair, refers to our maritime areas on the western side of the archipelago. So it refers to our maritime zones on the western side of the archipelago. Our maritime zones include the exclusive economic zone, and the exclusive economics with respect to the issue on our exclusive, the arbitral tribunal has ruled in our favor and has clarified that that vast area of land,
Alam na natin yan.
200 nautical baselines or strictly 188 nautical miles, from the outer limit of our territorial sea is the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. Pag sinasabi po natin West Philippine Sea, it's largely the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. And yes, this has been clarified by Mr. Chair.
And part of that would be the Ayungin Shoal. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Ayungin Shoal, or international name Second Thomas Shoal, is included in the award. There's a discussion there on Second Thomas Shoal. As described in the award, the tribunal said that Ayungin Shoal is about 100 nautical miles from Palawan, from our archipelagic baselines in Palawan, and it classified Second Thomas Shoal or Ayungin Shoal as a low tide elevation under UNCLOS, under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, and so therefore, being a low tide elevation, it is submerged during high tide, but above water during low tide. It forms part of our exclusive economic zone. The waters form part of our exclusive economic zone, and the submerged area of Ayungin Shoal forms part of the shelf, 110 nautical miles from Palawan, within our 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, Mr. Chair.
At ano ang karapatan ng ating bansa over our exclusive economic zone? Ano included in our rights over the exclusive economic zone?
With respect to our rights, Mr. Chair, these are also enumerated in Article 56 of UNCLOS, and UNCLOS provides that we have sovereign rights in our exclusive economic zone, sovereign rights with respect to the exploration and exploitation of the natural resources of the zone, which include enjoying all the fishes and marine resources of the zone, and the jurisdiction, exclusive respect to the construction of artificial islands, installations, and others.
So tayo may karapatan, exclusive nga eh.
Of marine scientific research, taking of measures to protect and preserve the marine environment. So sovereign rights, Mr. Chair, means exclusive rights to the access of the
so, wala silang karapatan doon, exclusive sa atin po.
So nasa RP, Sierra Madre.
But
where is the BRP Sierra Madre located?
Oh, BRP Sierra Madre, Mr. Chair, is in Second Thomas Shoal or Ayungin Shoal. It's been there since 1999, Mr. Chair, guarding the shoal.
In other words, atin din yun, di ba?
The BRP Sierra Madre? Yes, yeah. Mr. Chair.
So, being ours, it is also our duty to repair, not only to supply food, etc. Is it not?
Yes, it's within our jurisdiction and authority and sovereignty, Mr. Chair. Isn't it that we have this exclusive rights to construct our own exclusive economic
zone? Tapos pinagbabawal ng China.
There is an agreement. That's oral agreement for that matter. Na sinasabi na, sige, hindi na namin paparepair yan. That
so hindi man dapat tayo papasok sa agreement?
Territorial right over BRP?
Kasi nga,
because you're talking about territorial right, Mr. Chair, because legally speaking, the lawyers would just say we have sovereign rights there, not part of our territory, but we're given exclusive rights to the natural resources of that area, Mr. Chair. So since we don't have an official confirmation of the contents of this agreement, so this is just an academic answer, Mr. Chair. If there is a surrender, okay, I wouldn't say surrender, maybe because a gentleman's agreement is usually temporary in nature, right? The gentleman's agreement is usually temporary in nature, so they can just agree for that time that they would not. But is it BRP Sierra Madre? Is it because? This is the problem, Mr. Chair. What is the agreement? Is it to remove BRP Sierra Madre? That is so we don't know the contents. Is it to remove BRP Sierra Madre?
So malabo.
Is it not to reinforce BRP Sierra Madre?
Walang document verbal.
Right, Mr. Chair?
As you have said, that it's a surrender of a sovereign right. Should it be by virtue of an oral agreement only, or under our constitution, it should be based on a treaty that should be submitted to the Senate for ratification?
If it's temporary, because treaties are usually permanent, if it's temporary, it can be oral. But if it changes national policy, Mr. Chair, it needs the involvement of the Senate, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair. Honorable Kong Hoon.
To the representative of DOJ, thank you, Mr. Chair. Have you heard about the former President Rodrigo Duterte press conference last April 11, 2024 at Davao City? Have you heard that?
I heard there was that conference, but I was not able to watch, Your Honor. Apologies.
Lahat yun, murahan.
Ayun, itatanong ko sana kasi may mga sinabi siya doon tungkol sa naging usapan nila ni
Rally
President
at
Xi
press
Jinping.
con, laging
itatanong
may
ko sana
murahan
kung,
po.
Paloob yung mga sinabi niyang detalye ng kung saan sa kanilang usapan. Can we ask you, ma'am, na at least sa susunod na hearing, no, if ever na magpunta ka dito, pwede niyo ba mong tignan, no, yung mga nasasaloob kung saan yung para at least malaman din ng DOJ kung ano yung mga legal basis at saka kung may ba na nangyari doon sa mga sinabi ng ating dating Pangulo.
Duly noted, Your Honor.
Salamat po.
Thank you. Thank you very much, DOJ Rep. We now proceed. Tapusin mo na natin.
Ate naman po, yung sa armed forces natin.
Do you have any
Resource person sila. Kinukunan muna
to the
ng mga
Congressman Tupas, Honorable Congressman Gonzales, and the esteemed members of the
Pananaw,
committee.
information.
Maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita sa amin. Just two very important manifestations. First, on our part, we do not have any knowledge. We are not privy of any gentleman's agreement. And
sila lang
AFP
nakakaalam
will
po.
remain a very professional,
Secret nga.
Your AFP, professional organization, and we will be true to our mandate.
Hindi alam ng armed
Always
forces ba?
protect the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and protect the people of the state. Salamat po.
Yes,
Si
thank you.
Maudix lang at saka
Can
si
you
Xi
please
Jinping
provide us
nag-usap.
a very brief history of BRP Sierra Madre?
Sinubo yung buong bansa.
Mr. Chair,
Kinompromiso
BRP Sierra
po.
Madre is a commissioned vessel of the Philippine Navy until today, and it was aground at Ayungin Shoal last May 1999 and remains there as our outpost protecting the second Tama Shoal or Ayungin Shoal.
Yes. Based on its present condition, what will be the lifespan? What is the expected lifespan from a BRP Sierra Madre?
The lifespan of that ship can still be
As an
extended.
outpost, of course.
Yes, as an outpost, it can be extended as long as we are able to maintain and repair it, Mr. Chair.
Are we in a position to repair it right now?
As
Are
long as
we-
access is continuous there, we will be able to repair it, Mr. Chair.
Very strong typhoon in the likes of Yolanda.
Kung pwede pa niyang
Parang
mag-withstand
tingnan
ng
din natin
strong
yung welfare
typhoon.
ng ating mga sundalo doon.
Sir, the ship already withstood numerous typhoons that passed the area. Yolanda, Odette, it already withstood those weather disturbances, Mr. Chair.
Lastly, may we know the conditions ng mga sundalo natin ngayon? Because from what we see sa news, di ba hinahatitan pa sila ng mga pagkain, resupply, at binablock. Kamusta kaya sila ngayon?
Based on the statements, the operational command in the area, our soldiers there are well equipped, they're healthy, and will always be ready to stand guard at Ayungin Shoal and to continuously protect our sovereign rights, our sovereignty and territorial integrity there, Mr. Chair.
So yan po ang sitwasyon ng ating mga kasundaluhan doon sa Ayungin Shoal sa BRP Sierra Madre. Maayos naman daw po. Ngayon mga kababayan, doon naman tayo at tingnan natin kung ano yung nangyayari sa Senado sa pagpapatuloy po ng PDEA leaks investigation. Ang sabi ni Bato, ngayon po yung last. Tingnan natin kung ito yung last. And yung mga resource persons, ilan sa mga resource persons na in-invite ni Bato absent din. Biglang nagkasakit yung mga parang doon sa Kongreso kung ano-ano yung rason. So, tingnan natin dito ngayon.
Dinig, mayroong aligasyon na may pagkukulang sa pag-iingat ng mga dokumento at impormasyon. Maliwanag na mayroong nagmalabis sa kapangyarihan kaya may PDEA leaks. Mayroong umabuso sa ipinagkaloob na
opening
tiwala.
Statement niya pa.
Para sa isang ahensya na ang pundasyon ay confidentiality, peligro ang dulot sa mga kawani at ahente na bumubuo rito sa tuwing may breach. Hindi naman po siguro may tuturing na pagmamalabis kung hahanapan ng taong bayan sa mataas na standard ang ating gobyerno. Dahil ganyan po ang hamon ng paglilingkod sa pamahalaan. Ang hindi magmalabis sa ipinagkatiwalang kapangyarihan at hindi magkulang sa serbisyong asahan. I would like to acknowledge the arrival of Senator Chis Escudero. Thank you for attending, Your Honor. Mula noong una nating pagdinig ng PDEA leaks, sinikap ng inyong Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs na manatiling nakatutok sa layunin nito. Yun ay ang alamin kung bakit may di umano'y confidential documents na naipuslit mula sa cases ng PDEA. At paiwasan na mangyayari itong mula mamagitan
alaman po daw sa case folder ng PDEA.
Walang labis, walang kulang. Maraming
galing
salamat
man
po
lang yun kay Morales.
Na sa pagdinig natin
dininay na po yun. Mga kababayan ng PDEA, wala man na niya yan sa amin. Present mismo.
Sa opinion.
Mga kababayan ni Atty. Del Valle, kasi may number siya, may pasunod-sunod. So wala sa folder ng PDEA. Mali itong sinasabi ni Bato.
You have the floor, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, this is the fourth hearing for the alleged PDEA leaks, and I am hoping that with this hearing, we will finally achieve the purpose of this inquiry to ferret out the truth. After 3 extensive hearings and having heard that it's the testimonies of so many resource persons, the veracity of the alleged PDEA documents has yet to be established. The fact is that former PDEA agent Mr. Morales has not presented any substantial proof to support his claim. We seek that bare allegation is not equivalent to proof. There is a need to emphasize that mere allegations are not evidence. Wala ni isa sa mga tumistigo sa komiting ito ang nakapag-corroborate sa testimonya ni Gis.
Kerseng, sabi ni Jingon.
Sinungalingan pa ng PDEA mismo ang mga kwento niya. At hanggang ngayon, matapos ang 3 public hearings, ang dokumentong sinasabi ni Morales na siya mismo ang gumawa ay hindi niya. Naipakita rin last hearing ang questionable at integridad ni Morales. Ang dating PDEA chief Junicio Santiago nagsabing kilala umano si Morales sa pagiging sinungaling. Pinatikos lahat ni Morales ang lahat ng leader ng PDEA kung saan pinilalabas niya na siya lamang ang tama. Bilang inyong senador at vice chairperson ng committee ito, mandato at responsibilidad ko na alamin ang katotohanan.
Ano niya, Mr. Maradies, storytelling, layar.
Patuloy ko pa rin gagawin ang trabatang sa akin. Naniniwala po ako na kahit saan man humantong ang usaping ito, ang katotohanan ang mananaig at mananahimik ang mga nagpapakalat ng kasinungalingan. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Senator, thank you, Senator Jinggoy. Senator Chis, you want to have your statement? Thank you. Salamat.
Ayaw na mag-opening statement ni Senator Chis. Babasagin na lang niya yung mga kasinungalingan.
Sorry for your part, but I really have to invite you to shed light. And thank you for coming over.
Will this be the last hearing?
Yan.
Yun nga, I was inclined to make this the last. But James Kumar is absent.
So may susunod pa pala. Intention kasi pabain ng pabain para
Anyway, Mr. Chair, can I
in aid of
the first
destabilization
to ask questions,
kasi.
Mr. Chair, if I for Mr. Morales.
I think
Mr.
nakiusap
Chua.
si
Alright,
Atty.
sige.
Ochoa na
Okay, please.
meron pa siyang mga importanteng bagay, so pwede natin siya unahin.
Please.
Thank you, thank you. Anybody from you can butt in anytime. I just would like to ask the first question to Secretary Ochoa. Sir, do you know
Si Ochoa.
Asik Carlos
Nandyan
Galapan
pala.
ng PDEA?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Executive Secretary
During
ni
your time as the
Pinoy.
Executive Secretary, did the information regarding the alleged involvement of Ms. Maricel Soriano and Bongbong Marcos and other high-profile cohorts reach your office?
No, sir.
Thank you. May we know if you have seen the alleged pre-operation authority document signed by Mr. Morales, which is one of the subject matter of this inquiry?
Not at all, sir.
Arali po doon lang.
During our first hearing, Mr. Morales claimed that ASIC
Yan ang sagot
Galapan
po.
and the
Straight.
PDEA to stop John against Ms. Maricel Soriano and Bongbong Marcos and other high-profile cohorts and disregard the request for pre-operation authority. Anong masasabi mo dito, sir?
As I earlier mentioned, I don't even know him, and I don't recall of any occasion that we have met or even talked. So I completely deny that I have made those instructions as alleged.
Thank you, sir. Are you aware
Walang
that
napiga?
sometime in 2013,
Si Bato?
CEO of Malacanang invited Mr. Morales for a briefing regarding PDEA operations, including those that were halted?
I cannot recall exactly if that indeed took place, but I only learned now when this hearing was conducted, and I somehow, but very, very vaguely, if there was an incident that happened, but I'm not so sure if, because I was never informed of such meeting, and even after that meeting, there was no report submitted to me in regard to what transpired in that meeting.
Thank you, sir. But I think Liceo, were you aware ka ba nung existence ng Liceo under General Serapio, who testified before this committee last hearing? Were you aware of the existence?
Yes, we created that unit, Your Honor, during our time.
So yung pagpapatawag ni General Serapio, you're not aware of that?
Sir, no.
Thank you. My colleagues, you have questions? Further questions? Huh? Senator G.
Chair, Mr. Chair, paano ba na-implicate yung pangalan ni Atty. Ochoa? Sino ba? Sinabi ni Morales?
According to former agent Jonathan Morales, was told by then
Lahat galing kay Morales
the
lang.
Deputy Director
Ersi ni
General for
Morales.
Operations, when he was about to travel abroad for schooling in ILIA, International Law Enforcement Academy in Bangkok, Thailand. Was told by
Kung sino-sino ini-implicate kasi ni Morales.
the one who instructed for the halting of this operation was
Sabi ng ating
Executive
Pangulo,
Secretary
joke box
Atty.
lang niya yan.
Pakito Ochoa.
Alright. Yes, kilala mo ba ito si Agent Morales?
No, sir.
So, ano po yung palagay mo sa motibo niya? Bakit para tumistigo, tinawit ka pa nagbigay ng instruction na patigilin ng sa nasabing drug case noong 20? Do you think this is motive, Mr. Atty. Ochoa?
I have absolutely no idea, sir.
Well, alam mo, Mr. Chair, hindi naman natin pwedeng tanungin siya dapat dahil patay na siya.
Nag-itsura ni
Siya
Jonathan
ang sabi
Morales.
ni Agent Morales, sigadapan na niya para, tama ba? Para ipatigil yung operation.
No, according to him, the casing and the surveillance operation, authority to conduct casing and surveillance operation on the persons
Durog na naman po si Morales.
mentioned in the information was disapproved by Gadapan. The reason why is that may instruction daw si Executive Secretary Paquito Ochoa na ihinto yung operation.
Okay.
Meron lang ako nakalimutan na Atty. Ochoa. About kakalat sa social media about most law firm. Pero sinasabi na yung most law firm daw is ang M stands for Marcos, O is for Ochoa, and S anti, I don't know.
Serapio and Tan.
Serapio and Tan. Am I correct? Is this information correct? That you are both members of the same law firm with now First Lady Marcos?
That is true, Your Honor. We were former law partners and we formed that law firm, if I remember right, in 2006. But when I got appointed as Executive Secretary, I have to withdraw from that law firm in 2010.
Matagal na palang wala.
Insinuations.
So, intintin pa.
Insinuation kaya daw nagkaroon ka ng interest na ipahinto yung operations because, again, you were influenced by your partner in the law firm. Those are insinuations lang. So, we want to hear from you about this. Yun lang, kinukonfirm.
Aka-aka?
That's true, Your Honor.
Thank you for that answer. Senator Jinggoy,
Insinuation?
you may
No further
continue.
questions, Mr. Chair.
Sabi
Your Honor,
mismo ni
that point,
mismo ni Bato, insinuation. So,
you left the
admitted
firm
din.
because you were appointed,
Insinuation,
yes?
sabi niya.
That is correct,
Inadmit
Your
niya
Honor.
mismo.
By whom?
By President Benigno Simeon Aquino III, Your Honor.
Who was your immediate superior and, of course, superior?
Yes, Your Honor. For 6 years.
Serving as the alter ego of the president, you don't do anything without his knowledge or order. Would that be correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss ko na rin yung kaibigan natin, pero
Salamat, Senator Chis.
Dito na kay Morales.
Morales ka na.
Gigisay na po si Morales. Ni Jinggoy. Ayun lang pala yung question.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Recover from
In-excuse na si dating Executive Secretary Ochoa. Wala na.
Thank you.
Out na si Goodbye. Wala man pong napiga. Dininay lang po. Talaga niya, Mr. Maravillas. Gawa-gawa man talaga sa lang niya, ni Morales. Yun po ang lumalabas. Insinuations nga yung term ni Bato. Ito si James Kumar, isa pag nabanggit ni Morales.
How I wish he is here. But
Absent siya. Di ba dumating?
wala siya dito. So,
Maybe, Mr. Chair, we can hear from the lawyer of Mr. Kumar.
Nandyan yung
about his
abogado.
actions.
yeah, we can...
Yung abogado na lang tatanungin.
Administer?
Administer the out.
Attorney,
Pinaot
if I may,
muna.
Mr. Chair, what happened to your client?
Senator, last Friday, we were going to the Parañaque Prosecutor's Office to file a case against the people who used his name. However, on our way there, he started getting dizzy. So we brought him straight to Makati Medical because we called his doctor. And apparently, we have the report now from the doctor that he had a transient ischemic attack, which is a stroke. And when they checked him, meron pong bara. I think 55% yung bara sa vein. And at the same time, he was suffering from acute bronchitis, Your Honor. So may tubig din sa baga. So if any doctors from the Senate or from the parties, even if we bring the reports, the scans, they will be able to find the same. They will have the same findings, Your Honor.
Since we are not doctors here, we cannot attest to the veracity of this medical certificate. But I know the attending physician, Dr. Raul Lapitan, is also my cardiologist before, and he's a very good cardiologist, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you, Senator Jinggoy. In fact, I have no doubt about that medical certificate. Pinirmahan niya ng doktor. May oath ang doktor na talagang hindi sila dapat magsisinungaling sa kanilang tungkulin. But then again, British Committee, gusto ko talagang
si James Kumar.
Yeah, because you know, kung basahan natin yung video, narinig natin na very serious yung allegations about yung sinasabi na pwedeng ipapatay si Morales, maraming paraan para patayin si Morales. And hindi ko rin makukonsensya kapag after this hearing, kung i-terminate na natin itong hearing na ito ngayon, tapos may mangyari kay Morales, mamamatayan, dahil hindi natin nakumpronta si James Kumar as to the veracity of that conversation. So, I think I am remiss of my duties kung hayaan natin na isara lang ito na hindi mapakinggan si Kumar. Kasi very serious yung sinasabi nitong former Napolcom personnel na si Picoy. Kahit na sinasabi niya na katang-isip lang yung nasabi na, well, I don't believe you, Mr. Picoy. I don't believe you. In the first place, sinasabi mo na katang-isip mo yun.
Hindi naman pasulatin yun, papirmahan. Di ba?
Paano ka? Ko yung ginawa mo ngayong discartes, afterthought na lang. Gusto mo lang magpapalusot. Dahil, sabi mo, last hearing, na gusto mo lang, diskarte mo lang yun para maimbitahan ka dito, para pakita ka ng mga ebidensya mo na yung dala mong papel para mapatawag ka
lang. Kasi si Bato na pinaniwalaan si
sinabi mo naman na hindi
Morales.
Ka narinig.
Kaya ganun yung si mga statements ni Bato.
At hindi mo alam na mayroong video recording, may CCTV. How come na magdamon kung
ibig sabihin,
so I don't really believe you,
siya,
Mr. Santiago.
Ayaw niyang tanggapin.
Yeah, you answer.
Sir, para sa akin po, sir, opinion niyo po yun eh. Pero ang katotohanan po, nasabi ko na po.
Katotohanan mo?
Yes, sir.
Is that your truth?
Yes, sir.
Nalukuhin kami dito?
Mag-hysterical na naman si Bato.
Sir, hindi ko po kayo niloloko, sir.
Meron ka pang daladalang they're inviting you here to shed light on the yung pang sa CCTV.
May blood na naman po si Bato.
Yes, sir.
At hindi kita inibitahan dito para kunin yung expert opinion mo. May dadala ka pang papel nga tuturuan mo kami kung paano gumawa ng conduct report, yung pre-operational report. Sino ka para magturo sa amin dito? Hindi ka nga naging pulis, hindi ka nga naging PDEA. Na Polcom employee ka lang, na-dismiss ka pa. So paano ka bigyan ng expert opinion sa amin? This committee doesn't need your expert opinion here. This committee wants, as far as your participation
sagot niya
in that
in-invite mo
telling video recording sa CCTV. It's unfair for me kung hindi ko pakinggan si Kumar dito sa open hearing, tapos kayo napakinggan ko dito. As your allegation na pwedeng patayin si Morales anytime, in any kind of method, in any manner, kung mangyari yan after the hearing, kasi you are claiming na talagang magaling ka, marami kang kaso. May binanggit ako 2 kaso mo. Ngayon, nagsabi ka pa, hindi lang yan, sir. Mukhang talagang parang nakasandal ka sa pader kung magsalita ka.
Sir, kagaya po ng sinabi ko, sir, opinion niyo po yun, pero yung katotohanan po, sa akin po yun. Sinabi ko na po.
So, ibig mo sabihin, totoo talaga yun? Na naluloko ka lang?
Kagaya po ng sinabi ko noong unang niloloko ko po si Romy, hindi po kayo. Pero sila ang nagpasakay sa inyo, hindi po ako.
Anong reason mo? Bakit mo siya niloko?
Kagaya po nung sinabi ko noong unang hearing, sir, meron po sana akong gustong patunayan na 2 bagay. Yan ang unang bagay na nakarating ako dito. Dahil sa kwento ko sa 2, hindi po kasama kayo. Siya ang nagpasakay sa inyo, sir, hindi ako.
Ano nga rason? Bakit mo magloko? Lukuhin si itong kausap mo? Para mapatawag ka dito sa hearing.
Kagaya ng sinabi ko pa rin po noong unang hearing,
si Jingo.
Doon ako nakatindig dahil yun po ang katotohanan.
Do you think mapapatawag ka dito kung wala yung hindi pinakita ni Morales yung CCTV? At hindi mo alam na may CCTV recording yon. At hindi mo alam na nandun si Morales nung nag-uusap kayo.
Kagaya po sir ng sinabi ko sir, yan po ay lahat ay isang katang isip na para sa kanila lang. Pero ang nangyari, sila ang nagpasakay po sa inyo, hindi po ang pinapasakay ko sir.
Kaya nga, kasi gusto mo ma-influence ako para maimitahan ka. Kay gusto mo kunyari mag-present ng legal expertise mo sa paggawa ng preparation report kasi yun ang gusto mo ipakita.
Hindi ko po akalain sir na, sir sa totoo lang sir, forgive me for saying this, hindi ko po akalain na papatulan niyo po yung pang, ano ko sa kanila sir eh. Po para lang po talaga.
Sinabi mo na nga na yun ang objective.
Hindi ko po alam, hindi ko po in-expect na papatulan yun para makarating ako rito.
Do you believe, naniwala ka ba, maniniwala yung tao sa'yo? Yung sa video na yon na mangloko ka lang?
Depende po sir yan sa taong nakikinig sir. Ang akin po...
You are lying!
Tama again, sir?
You are lying!
Opinion niyan, sir. Sa akin po naman yung totoo lang. From unang meeting hanggang dito.
As chairman of this committee, I am going to cite you in contempt for lying. Any objection?
Walang...
Hearing none.
I'm ready for
You are cited in contempt.
Kinontempt po.
Salamat po, sir.
Pumusok si Bato?
Kumsik, you take custody of this person.
May dala na po akong bag, sir.
Ready na? May dala na daw siyang bag. Ready
1 minute suspension.
Sinuspend mo na. Grabe yung pagka-blood ni Bato. Sinuspend mo na yung committee hearing. Balik na po. Tatawa-tawa po si Jinggoy. Naka-ready na niya pala. Grabe yung pagkapiko ni Bato. Nagpaloko kasi siya eh. Kaya galit na galit ha. Lumalabas po, nabilog yung ulo niya. Pinatulan niya yung kasinungalingan. Kaya grabe yung pagkapiko ni Bato. Balik na po.
The concurring vote of Senator Jinggoy Estrada as far as citing in contempt of Picoy Santiago. So that's for the record. Because according to our rules, I need to get one concurring vote. Kaya despite the absence of an objection, still, I need one concurring vote. And I got the concurring vote of Senator Jinggoy. Thank you for that support, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. You may have the floor now.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I proceed with the questioning for Mr. Morales, I have conversed with the lawyer of James Kumar, and with the permission of the Chair, if you will allow it, if he can participate virtually, Mr. Chair. Are you listening, Mr. Chair?
Please, continue.
I have conversed with the lawyer of Mr. Kumar.
Nawala sa isip
With the permission of the committee, the chairman can participate virtually from the hospital, Mr. Chair.
Pwede, virtual.
Well, he is within Philippine jurisdiction, and because of his medical condition, we can allow that, Your Honor.
Sir, we are just getting the clearance now from Dr. Lapitan, Your Honor.
All right.
And we have sent already the link. Just a few minutes, Your Honor. Because Dr. Lapitan is in Makati Med naman, sir.
All right. How many minutes are we going to wait? All right. While we are waiting, I'll just proceed with the questioning of
yes, go ahead.
Mr. Morales. Okay.
Si Morales
Mr.
muna.
Morales, bigyan na lang kita na isang pagkakataon pa para malinis yung pangalan mo.
Yes,
Tinanong
Mr.
kita
Chairman.
nung second hearing ng komite, if you misrepresented sa personal data sheet na sinabit mo sa PIDEA that you were not dropped from the PNP roll and was not dismissed and suspended. Yung personal data sheet mo, yung PDS mo, was made under oath. Tama ba ako? Was it made under oath?
Your Honor, nasagot ko na po yan, Your Honor.
Just answer me. Was it made under oath?
Lahat po ng sinasubmit ko po sa PIDEA, particular po dun sa PDS, ay lahat naman po ay under oath.
Alright. So kung under oath yan, so you misrepresented yourself. So malinaw na doon pa lang sa PDS mo ay nagsisinungaling ka.
No, Your Honor. Sapagkat nasagot ko po na ako po ay nag-comply doon po sa hiningi ng recruitment committee doon po sa PIDEA.
No. I'm not, wait. May I interrupt? I am not talking about your compliance. I am asking you if you misrepresented yourself. Dahil anong last hearing, question number 25, have you ever been separated from the service in the following modes? Resignation, retirement, drop from the rolls, dismiss, termination, end of term. Sinabi mong no. Inuulit ko lang yung tanong ko sa iyo nung nakarang hearing.
No, Your Honor. Hindi ko po wala pong misrepresentation na Mr. Chairman.
Ano tawag mo doon?
Ito po yung yung recruitment committee, sila po yung nagpa-comply sa akin. May mga bagay po nung mga panahon na yon na wala po akong impormasyon patungkol po doon sa mga pinahingi sa akin ng PIDEA. Kaya po nung ako ay pinag-comply nila, ako naman apply, kaya po ako tinanggap nila. Yun naman po yun eh. Ang pagkakatanggap po nila, base doon sa pagkakakompleto ko ng mga papeles. May mga panahon na mga katanungan na hindi ko po masasagot, gawa po, Your Honor, na wala po akong impormasyon o eksaktong impormasyon sa mga bagay na naitatanong sa akin. At ito po, Your Honor, ay aking na-comply. Ang PIDEA po, nung ako ay nag-apply, sila po yung nanghingi ng mga dokumento at ito po ay na-produce ko naman po, Your Honor.
Sadali lang, malayo na yung mga sagot mo eh. Alam mo, Ginoong Morales, binibigyan na nga kita ng pagkakataon eh. Tinanggap ka ng Philippine National Police. Sinabi mo, 1993 of April. Hindi mo na nalaman kung kailan ka na-dismiss from the service. Hindi sinabi mo, hindi mo maalala. Itong pagpasok mo sa PIDEA, 2008, April. Okay?
No, Your Honor. 2009 po ako, Your Honor.
Sige, 2009. Alright.
Na-appoint sa PIDEA.
Okay, 2009. Naalala mo, inadmit ka na 1993 sa PNP, na-dismiss ka ng 1994 from the service. Pero dito, maliwanag na isinulat mo, no. Having been separated from the service, sinulat mo, no. Oh, sino paniniwala na yung mga sinasabi mo? Ito yung mga documentary evidence
Your Honor,
na ngayon.
Ako po ay nag-comply doon sa PIDEA Recruitment
Chair,
Committee, Your Honor. You just answer the question. Answer the question directly.
Thank you. Maliwanag naman. Nahawa ko na po yung mga documentary evidence na talaga nagsisinungaling itong taong ito. Dahil dito pa lang, pati sa number 2033, no. Have you ever been guilty of administrative offense? Sabi niya, no. Yung have you ever been formally charged? Sinabi niya, no. Ang dami niyang kaso na binanggit ko na yung mga during the previous hearings.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, tanongin mo na kita, follow-up question. Bakit nakalagay doon, no? Bakit
Mr. Chairman, maaari niyo po ba akong bigyan ng original copy ng sinasabi ni Honorable Senator Jinggoy Estrada patungkol dyan sa aking PDS? Sapagkat yung ipinakikita niya ngayon na PDS ay pawang Xerox copy. Your Honor,
okay,
napakatagal na po diyan. At ito pong...
Sige, kunin natin yung original
PIDEA.
copy.
Submit the original copy.
Ang dami na nating hearing dito. Wala pa nga pinapakita kahit isang original si Ginoong Morales. Ngayon, siya yung manghihingi ng... Kung ano man kung kopya meron si Senator, naman sapat na po yun dahil nakakatatlong hearing na po kami na picture lang ng Xerox ang pinag-uusapan po namin at pinagbibigyan po namin ng panahon. Bigyan nyo rin naman ng panahon yung Xerox ni... Huwag na po natin pahabain.
Yung PIDEA leaks nga pong document,
ito
Xerox... pinatulan.
ang rito ay source person, kaugnay po doon sa PIDEA leaks. Patungkol po doon sa
okay na yan, that's given. But please answer that because
pagkatapos nagganap si Morales ng original.
Yung credibility mo as resource person. Kaya please answer the question.
Cause undue delay kasi hanapin yung original. Again, can the resource person kindly comment on the photocopy given by Senator Jinggoy or yung copy niya na photocopy, hindi original? Because that's what we've been doing all throughout this time anyway. So baka naman, unless malabo po kung malabo, kuha tayo naman sa maliwanag na kopya.
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, mabigyan man lang sana ako ng pagkakataon na ma-examine mismo yung dokumento. Dahil ito po ay nagtutukoy doon sa akin.
Paano ngayon kung tanungin naman tayo ng aking mga kasamahan na
delaying po? Gustong pabain yung investigation? Alatado?
Yung sa social media na mga dokumento na nagiging sinasabi ng PIDEA leaks. Kung hanapan tayo niyan, hindi rin tayo makaproduce. Ikaw hindi ka makaproduce. Sino pang involved dito? Maharlika. Damor hindi makaproduce. Maharlika. Siya nagpakalat yan. Wala siya dito sa Pilipinas. Paano ngayon kung hanapan tayo ng record? And I have already...
Gumuguho na po?
I have already... I have given my opinion on that particular document na talagang totoo yan dahil hindi yan lalabas kung walang original na kinuna ng Xerox copy. So, ganoon na rin ang nangyari sa papilis ni Senator Jinggoy.
Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, ako po ay pinakitaan ng isang dismissal order kahit po wala yung twin due process. Katulad po yan, sinasabi nung nakaraang hearing, pinakitaan po ako ni General Lasso ng isang special order na hindi ko alam na ako ay sinasabi dismiss. Pero Your Honor, hindi ako naka-avail o naka-attend man lang doon sa pre-charge. Walang patawag. Wala po yung twin due process na dapat ay nakamit ko. Kaya itong sinasabi ngayon na PDS na allegedly ay gawa ko at sinubmit ko, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, dapat ko rin malaman at ma-examine kung ano itong nakalagay dun sa dokumento mismo. Sapagkat yung pre-ops at saka authority to operate, ito po yung parte ng trabaho ko, Your Honor, bilang investigador. Ito po yung personal na kaalaman ko na may kaugnayan noong 2012. Kaya po, nung pinakita nyo po sa akin yung dalawang klase ng dokumento at tinanong nyo ko dun sa memorandum na inisyu ng March 10, 2012, ito po ay aking kinilala sapagkat alam ko sa sarili ko na ako mismo ang gumawa at ito ay ginawa noong panahon na nandun po ako sa PIDEA. Yun po, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor.
Photocopy. Sinertify ito ng PIDEA. So I don't think we still need to have the original copy we submitted
again,
before this committee.
With the permission of Senator Mr. Morales, makiusap na po. 3 hearing na po tayo, di ba? Ulitin ko litrato lang ng Xerox itong lahat ng to nagsimula. So maaari naman po mapagbigyan nyo naman si Senator Jinggoy. Actual na Xerox to, na certified copy pa na pwede nyo makita. Yung pinagbabasihan nga po natin ng pagdinig na ito, hindi nyo ma-produce yung original. Litrato
may
na nga po
si
So pagbigyan na po, andar na po tayo. Simple lang ho naman yung sagot madali naman sagutin.
Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, yun pong sinasabi ninyo na hindi ko ma-produce yung original. Talaga pong hindi ko po ma-produce.
Hindi po yung tanong, Ginoong Chairman. Can the witness kindly just address what is being asked?
Pakinggan mo lang gusto yung...
Malayo lagi sinasabi dito, Mr. Chair.
Huwag kang lumihis sa tanong, please.
Paligoy-ligoy.
Bibigyan niyo po ba si Senator Jinggoy o hindi? Para lumipat na siya sa ibang...
Your Honor, hindi po. Your Honor. Hindi po siya katanggap-tanggap na i-presenta sa akin, Your Honor, sapagkat ito, hindi ko po siya makikilala na gawa ng ito ay Xerox copy, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, certified photocopy na ito ng PIDEA.
So, PIDEA, if that is certified true copy, meron kayong true copy doon sa files ninyo. If that is certified by you as a true copy, so it should be a true copy from an original document.
Excuse me, Your Honor. A certified true copy replaces the presentation of the original document. And the presumption is, mas magaling si yung tokayo ko, si Attorney Francis dito, they perform their duties regularly. That they will not issue a certification unless there is a copy on file. That's why my point is it's unreasonable to be asking for the original because quite frankly, at least for purposes of the court, lalo na rito na relaxed rules of evidence tayo, na yung certified true copy, parang original na rin po yan.
Yes.
Kailangan pagdebatihan po yan.
I don't disagree.
Sagutin nila po kung ayaw nyo sagutin. Lipat si Senator Jenggoy Sebadrok.
I don't disagree with that. Ang tinatanong ko lang is, kinonfirm ko lang sa kanila na mayroong true copy yan dahil certified true copy man. Alangan naman hindi nyo certify kung walang totoong true copy yan. Di ba? So meron kayo sa copy nyo dyan na original document. So sino nag-certify? O since certified mo, totoong kopya yan. So Mr. Morales, certified ng PDEA na totoong kopya yung dokumento na yan, coming from their files.
Okay, I will give it to him, Mr. President, for him to examine.
Sabi ni Jinggoy, buti nga niya kami, may Xerox kami, ikaw wala. So yan na lang muna, mga kababayan, yung iba pa na mga detalye ng pagpapatuloy ng Senate hearing po, maya-maya, kasi mahaba na yung ating video. Pag-usapan po natin. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.